I recently had my 2020 Tacoma broken into. They smashed in the passenger side window. I did some research and I found a manufacturing part number with a glass breakage sensor, and I'm going to install that on my Toyota. It's a plug and play system, and it's supposed to work with the 2016 and up Tacomas. I do have electronic locks and stuff, and it's supposed to be a plug and play and made really easy for the Gen 3 Tacomas. I searched around, couldn't find a video on it, so I kind of pieced this video together to help others instead of going out and buying a whole new alarm. This way you can activate and use everything else that's already on your truck, and it enhances it. All right, this is the all-in-one kit. It comes with everything you need to install this addition to your factory alarm. If you have the keyless entry, they also have a tension on here note about getting the installation instructions from a TIS. You can find that online. You can also print them up. I printed them up to go by step, and there is some things with the 2020 we will not have to do. That's in the instructions, and we'll go through that a little bit later. All right, here's what's in the box. You got a wiring harness, zip ties, looks like the bracket, also some sticky back tape. You also have, looks like the glass breakage sensor. You also have a switch to wire it into your truck with. This is for the blink out for the hood latch. And you also have instructions and warning decals, both in English and Spanish. We'll go through this more in detail in the install. All right, look at the instructions. This is where you look under the hood and you add this into the blank here. It's a blank with the wire loop. If you do not have the hood latch sensor, mine does, so it'll work really good. It'll actually work with the alarm. Don't have to worry about blanking that out. If you don't not have one in there, they give you the sensor with the loop on it to make the difference. One thing before you touch any electronics, you need to remove the negative to the battery. Even the instructions say remove the negative before you touch any of the parts inside there. So I'm doing that. That should always be your first step. Or make sure you at least do it before you start touching any of the wiring. All right, first step is to remove some of the interior items here. So I'm going to start that and pop this up. I got my tools so I don't damage things. So I highly suggest you guys find some of these. You can get them at auto parts stores, Amazon, wherever you shop for your tools. All right, here's the glass break sensor, and there's a warning that says adjustment is required to prevent false alarms. Refer to installation manual. Well, the installation manual says to put it on 6. I read a lot of reviews from previous folks that have put this in. They said 8. One guy said turn all the way up to 11. I'm going to actually play it safe, put it on a 9, and see how that goes. If it doesn't meet my needs, I will have to get back in here and raise it up to a 10 or 11. All right, attach the bracket per the diagram. It slides right in, then it attaches really tight. There's like a little plug it hits on the side, that little extra piece of plastic, so that's good. I was thinking, wow, they forgot to give me a bolt, but nope, it slides right in and clicks in really nice and tight, so they'll hold. All right, putting the glass sensor, installing it. It actually is a little confusing, the drawing. The drawing looks like it goes to the left over here, but it actually goes on this bar over here on the right that I'm pointing to. It's right here, see? There's the sensor right here. And that's where it attaches to, like this. And this is where the nut goes on right here and holds the security. And guess what? It's a 10 millimeter too. Should have guessed that one. Anyway, you have to pull this wire just a little bit to the side. I didn't disconnect all my wiring here. I read reviews where you didn't have to do that, but I wanted to show it to you. This is where it's at, because in the illustrations, it almost looks like it's over here, but in fact, it's right here. Okay. All right, next step is to connect the 5P connector. It's held on by this white tape. I'm going to cut that off, and then we'll connect the harnesses connector to it. It's pretty simple. It's right here in the front. All right, this is the small one off the little light blue wire, the 5P connector. Go ahead and attach that, and then we'll actually tape this up. All right, next step, they tell you to attach the foam to the connection, wrap it around it. You got to cut it in half so you don't use it all. Cut it in half. Zip tie it. They say put 2 zip ties on. I'm gonna wait till I get the rest wired because I think I might have to undo it if I put both on now. I just want to see how it lays in there with all the other stuff. All right, this is where they have you in the instructions to tape down all the wires on the way down. I found from my experience over the years that it's best to plug everything in and then make sure it's routed correctly and then put zip ties on it. So I'm going to follow the instructions to where they go, but I'm actually going to tie down the wires afterwards with zip ties, and I'll show you that. But anyway, the next one's right here at the very bottom. It's on the side panel at the very, very bottom over here. There's one over here too. That's for something else. That's if you're going to wire in electronic tailgate lock. But anyway, I did that too. I really like that. But anyway, so this one right here is right here on this one if you're going to wire in this setup. All right, the last plug and play is this one here. And the spot is, it's actually 2 into the inside here, right? There's one on the outside, one on the inside. It's the one on the inside, it's the big one. You got to turn it sideways to get it. See, there it is. And there's one on the other side facing the outward. See? So that's the big one. Then you wire this up. You also have one plug left, and that's for your control off your dash here for the sound. All right, I ended up mounting mine up top. I'd already used this large one on the bottom, so I just oversized this hole, put it up here for the sensor. It'll probably do better since it's up a little higher. It'll pick up more noise. I also I'm going to button this all up, and then we'll try the alarm out. All right, we got the installation done. We're going to do the key tap test on the window. If it's working correctly, the alarm should go off just based on the sound it hears from the window being tapped. And the installation will be complete and everything's good to go. So let's try it out. Looks like it works. All right, that concludes the installation and test of the Toyota glass break sensor edition. Hopefully this video helped you identify some steps that may help you on the install if you decide to do it yourself. And with the 2020, I did not have to go to the dealership to have it programmed. It automatically was already in the system of my truck, so it's a plug and play 100% through. So everything works great, and I'm very pleased with it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll start making more videos just for Tacomas to help you with installs. Thank you.